Hi, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Today is, July 22nd. Like, wasn't yesterday July 1st? Like, I don't even know what's happening right now. What's going on with my hair? Welcome to Energize Live. Welcome. We make magic in the mornings here at Energize Live. I'm so glad to listen. If you are showing up on Instagram at 6:15 a.m. on a Friday morning, you have already won your day. Like there's a piece of you that has already won your day. You're mission driven. You want to get better. You want to be in a community of women, men, humans that want to get better. You have like purpose and intention, and you've got a morning routine, and you've got goals. Like, you are already awesome just by showing up here at 6:15 a.m. on Instagram Live, 5:15 where it is there, Fab Felicia Faith. You are awesome. You're already a rock star. Like, you have won today just by showing up, because this showing up to this community and what we're going to talk about today and what we talk about every day, like, that is a powerful statement to the universe. That's like step one to the universe, right? I mean, you've got to pair the showing up with the action, but dang, just the showing up, that is such a habit that takes no talent, and it's such a habit that so many people don't even understand how important it is. That showing up, that's what counts. So we're going to make some energize. We're going to head outside pretty quickly because my husband is coming through to make a shake to leave. He is playing golf this morning, and he has like a 7 a.m. tea time, which is so strange to me because I am the morning person. He is not the morning person. So every time he makes these early morning tea times, I'm like, who are you? And what's happening right now? So I'm making my energize. I have already done, I also have to move along here because he's going to come in and do his first thing as well. So he's going to do that. He's going to be making a shake. And it's like we need 2 shake bars, right? It's like I need a whole Energize Live studio, like a she shed built out in my backyard. It is an actual Energize Live studio where we just go out and I close the door and I make my Energize, and we have a whole setup outside. Can you make that happen for me? Can someone make that happen for me? Can you build like a studio in my backyard where I just go out and it doesn't matter what anyone else in the house is doing? We could play music. Yes, it would be my podcast studio. We could play music really loud. It wouldn't wake up anyone. We wouldn't worry about anyone else having to make their shake or their first thing or anything else. And we could talk really loud. I could yell really loud. We'd just shut the door and just be you and me out there in my she shed, in our Energize Live studio. The more I talk about it, the more I clearly need to have this happen. I've never had like a space where I can do my podcast or do my videos and it's just completely private. I've never had that as much. So that should tell you that if you're waiting for conditions to be perfect for you to do a thing, you're just waiting because you're waiting for the hell of it, because you don't need conditions to be perfect. I've never had a space dedicated to record videos or make podcasts. I do my podcast out on my lanai, okay? I do it on the lanai. If you're waiting for some perfect situation to do a thing, you're just waiting because you're wasting time. It's just wasting time, So, okay, hold please. Listen, it's so good. When I spoke at Summit last week, I had 5,000 newer coaches in my audience. Like, listen, if you are not drinking strawberry lemonade Energize, get out. That's what I told them. Also, clean up my space here because it's rude to leave a mess when you know someone's coming behind you. We're going to go outside. Also, everyone, please acknowledge and give it up for the Kate Hobbs, who just joined us. The Kate Hobbs and I had a conversation yesterday about her Instagram handle. Girlfriend changed it. She is now the Kate Hobbs. So if everyone can please give it up for the Kate Hobbs. And, oh wow, it's kind of darkish. Let's go out here. Let's see. Shut the door. We'll leave them a little bit, and then maybe we can come back in if we don't have enough light out here. It's very quiet sunrise this morning. It's a quiet sunrise. This is when it looks like a green screen, isn't it? When it's a little bit dark out. I also often wonder if when my neighbors come out to let, they have two little dachshunds. They have two little mini dachshunds, and they let them out, and they're cute. I often wonder if when they come out, they see me standing out here with this ring light, if they're like, who lives next door to us? What's actually happening over there? Okay, listen, we're going to talk about coaching today, and I also have some questions to ask you. Are you ready to do some work on a Friday morning? I know, isn't it gorgeous? It is. It really is beautiful. We've had a lot of rain lately, so it'll be interesting to see if it rains today. Okay. Are you ready to do some work on a Friday morning? Do you have a piece of paper? Get a piece of paper out. Get a piece of paper, a pencil, or if you're like walking or something, like in the Notes app of your phone. I use the Notes app of my phone all the time. I'll be walking in the morning, listening to my personal development when I'm walking Sawyer in the morning, and I'm like on my Notes app, typing notes, typing thoughts, typing, pieces that I'm picking up from them, because you can't write. But if you've got Notes app, if you're on your phone, if you're out walking, if you've got a piece of paper, KR had three. Gonna need you to change your Instagram handle to your first and last name so we know who we're talking to. But I'm really proud of you for making your first thing. It's amazing. It's so amazing. So amazing. Okay, so a piece of paper or your Notes app. Okay, that's what you're going to need. I'm going to ask you some questions. We're also going to talk about coaching today, because I want this to be a resource for someone. When someone says to me, because I just had someone email me last night, they're like, tell me more about coaching. And I'm like, what do you want me to tell you? It'll change your life. It will change your life. 5 words. Tell me all the details. I'm like, here are the details. It will change your life. So, there you go. However, I thought we would have this be sort of a lovely little collective resource too for someone to come back and watch if they have questions about coaching. But we're going to start with some questions for you. So are you ready? Interaction in the comments, please. Also, you can write this stuff down. This is kind of like some summer questions. Okay? Number 1, you don't have to make this a long paragraph. Listen, I was a high school English teacher. I'm not grading your essays, okay? So kind of bullet point it, and then we'll put something in the comments. Number 1, what do you love about your day-to-day life right now? What do you love about your day-to-day life right now? I'm going to say it one more time. What do you love about your day-to-day life right now? Type me something in the comments so I can see, and write something down. I'm letting Sawyer out. I hope the sprinklers are next door. I don't think they're us. I think tomorrow. The Kate Hobbs says spending time with her boys. What else? What do you love about your being able to work from home and be with your children? Working out. Morning routine. Watching my children play. Being home and present with your 3 daughters. Life by design. Time freedom with your boys and your husband. Creating time to enjoy where you live. That's cool. I think a lot of people forget that where they live might have some really fun stuff to do. Working out, personal development. Not asking boss for a time off. Amen to that. Can I get an amen on a Friday to that? Being in control of your own schedule. Being a stay-at-home mom. Creating resources for clients to be more successful. Being able to structure your day. Okay, so there's a lot that we love about what's happening right now. I love that. So jot that down. Jot that down, because it's super important to know what you love about your life at this present moment. Summer has a little different rhythm to it, right? We talked about that in May. Summer has a little different rhythm to it. What are you loving about your rhythm right now? What are you excited about? So stuff in the comments, but then, yeah, I love evening walks too. That's amazing. Just jot that down. Okay. Number 2. You ready? Number 2. What are your goals for this next half of the year? What are your goals for the next half of the year? What are your goals for the next half of the year? You've got 5.5 months left in the year. What are your goals for the next half of the year? Because guess what? The time's going to pass. The next 5.5 months are going to pass. And you're either going to do something with them intentionally and on purpose, or you're going to get to December 31st and go, what the actual F? Where did the time go? So in 5.5 months, what do you want to do by December 31st? So you can put some sort of general stuff here in the comments. I know it's like, it's hard to type all that out, but I want you to write that question down and really get specific on it. And we talk about this a lot on Energize Live, and I'm going to call you out on it. This whole like, I want to get healthier. I want to spend more time with my family. Like, what does that even look like? You don't even know. You don't even know what that looks like. So you can write that down. You can have that general stuff here in the comments. But I want you to spend some time this weekend actually thinking about what that looks like and what that's going to take. That's why the planner is so important. Well, what are your goals for the next 5.5 months? What do you want to have accomplished by the time you get to December 31st? I mean, get super specific when you write it down. You don't have to be super specific right now, but when you write it down. So, Isabel, I'm going to challenge you. What does the best shape of your life mean? You don't have to write that down right now. I want to challenge that. When you are writing in your journal or whatever it is, you need to know what that actually looks and feels like to you. Lori, same thing. What does that even mean? Because if you're going with the, we just talked about this last week at Summit, the Federal Trade Commission defines financial freedom as the ability to literally do anything you want to in this world. So, like, you're Elon Musk, right? However, each of us probably has our own definition of that, and just writing down financial freedom, just writing down financial flexibility, if you don't even know what that looks like, then you don't even know what you're going for. You're just driving in your car hoping that you get somewhere cool, but you don't know where you're going. So again, you can broad stroke it here on these comments just to get the juices flowing, and then I want you to be really journaling more specifically over the weekend. Okay, number 3. This is the last one. Number 3. What are some daily habits that you need to implement as we go into these last 5.5 months? Maybe some stuff you're not doing now. What are some daily habits that you need to implement these last 5.5 months that are going to connect with those goals that you want? Oh, I lost my light. That's okay. What are some daily habits that you need to implement that will connect with those goals for the last 5.5 months? Those are your 3 questions. Can you think of any habits that you need to implement over the next 5.5 months that are probably different than what you're doing right now? That's the point. They're different than what you're doing right now. Deborah Allen, I'm going to say this with love, but we also know we're not here to play. If I had $1 for every coach who said to me over the last 14 years, I just need to focus on inviting more, I would be a millionaire. Okay? I'm just telling you. Okay, Winnie, I'm coming. So keep what you're writing. Are you leaving? Okay. If I had $1 for every coach who said, I'm going to do the vitals, I'm going to invite more. If I had $1 for every coach who said to me, I'm going to get out of my own way, I'd be a millionaire. Okay? Just so you know. So I'm just saying that with love, but you don't come here for me to... Why is my husband just standing there? What? He was just like standing at the door. I'm like, what do you want? Do you want to be part of Energize Live? If not, then move along. You can't just stand there. So that just you have to get really specific. That's why the Focus 5 works so well, but you have to get really specific because that you're just bullshitting yourself. If you're like, I'm going to do the vital, what does that even look like? What does I'm going to invite more look like? What does that look like to you? How does that feel to you? Because if what you're doing doesn't feel joyful and purposeful and intentional going towards those goals that you have, then you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Brooke, I mean, why is he standing there? I don't even. Why is my husband here? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Speaking of, he gets to do some really cool stuff. We have some friends who are in the NFL, coaching in the NFL, of course. I mean, he's been coaching his entire life, so he's got friends everywhere. And one's over in Tampa, one's in Miami, and so he gets to go do football stuff next month, and I'm so happy for him. I digress. So, okay. Are we good? I have to teach my team better. So, again, Mama Done. First of all, I'm not in love with the Instagram handle, but okay, we're going to go with it. I want you to spend more time this weekend really diving into what that looks like right now. You may not have those answers right now, but you've got to get specific on what that looks like to you. And I was listening to an amazing Brendan Burchard Daily Fire this morning. He was just talking about really honoring your promises and honoring your word. And if you're telling your team you're going to show up better, if you're telling yourself you're going to show up better, how does that look? How does that play out in your actual life? Because keeping your promises to yourself builds your confidence like nothing else that you will do. When you keep your promises to yourself, it will build your confidence like nothing else. So, all right, those are your 3 questions to think about this morning, and then to think about this weekend as you move into the second half of the new year, or of this year, 2022. And then, as I said yesterday, and as I said when we started, we're going to talk a little bit about coaching and coaching Q&A, because I just came back from Summit, of course, and there's just nothing better than being in a room where people come to gather, literally get in their cars and on airplanes, come to gather for the sole purpose of improving their lives. They don't sit behind their laptop. They don't say, well, it's inconvenient, so I'm just not going to go. They don't stay at home. They don't say, well, it's expensive. No, they make the investments. So already you know what kind of humans they are. They get in their plane, in their train, in their automobile, whatever, and they get themselves to a space for the sole purpose of getting better, period. That's what Summit is. We come for the sole purpose of how can we elevate and get around other humans who want to elevate. So because I just came off of that, I thought maybe today would be a great day to answer some questions about coaching. I know we have a ton of coaches on here that join us for Energize Live, which makes this even better because I might not have the answers and someone else might have a different perspective. And just being able to have a place where you can ask questions and get some different perspectives, I think is super helpful. And someone sent me a question last night because they couldn't be on live because of their work schedule. And she said she was a coach. She did not vibe with her team. Okay, she did not vibe with her team. She wanted a fresh start. So she canceled her coach account. She has since come to me, but it could be to anyone, come to me, and is in a customer phase. And she's waiting the 6 months until she can re-sign as a coach. That's just our policies and procedures, which is awesome. And she said, what should I be doing in those 6 months? What should I be doing till I can actually re-sign as a coach? And I loved this question. And I would love to know from any other coaches who are on here what you would say. So I know, Brooke, you're on here. I know, Kendria, you're on here. Like, what would you tell someone who is waiting those 6 months in that gap? And they're in your fit community. They're, just kind of waiting in a little bit of limbo. What would you tell someone to be doing? Because I have a large number of those people. And here's the thing. the network, our particular network, a lot of businesses, a lot of networks, it's getting older. And it breaks my heart when people leave this business because it's so friggin' life-changing. But the truth is, people drift away from the business and they forget they actually have a team, and they leave their team sort of hanging in the wind. And there are so many coaches in this world who want to do something with the business, but their own coach has drifted away, or they no longer align with where their own coach is. I mean, it's pretty obvious where I stand on a lot of things. And so if you don't align with me, you may go find another team, or if you don't align with your team, you may want to come over here. Whatever the case is, it is what it is. And then there's this limbo period, this 6-month period of being able to re-sign as a coach to start your business. Now, here's what I think you should do. As a coach, there are 4 habits that you do every day. You press play, you drink a shake, you read a book, and you invite people to join you. I know, it's so hard. I can't believe it. It's like the way people make this business so hard makes me want to stick a pencil through my eyeball. What do you do as a coach? Press play, drink a shake, read a book, invite people to join you. So, what do you do as a customer who has intentions of becoming a coach? Press play, drink a shake, read a book, and you can invite people to join you as customers, and then they'll transfer to you as a coach. But you need to be on your own journey anyway. Like, your first job as a coach is to be your first and best customer. Period. You should be your first and best customer, whether you're a coach or not a coach. So if you are in that 6 months, freaking dive in and get results. So by the time that you get to coach and can actually build an income, you've gotten some results that can show people. And also, get out of your head that you need to have some big before and after in order to be a coach. Do you see me? Go find a picture of me 14 years ago. Because this is about what I looked like. Okay? Now with Lift More, because I'm lifting weights again, I'm probably going to get more muscle definition. I'm hoping I might get a little bit more of a booty. Not much, because that's genetics, okay? I'm probably going to get more shredded arms. Okay, that's also genetics. That's just genetics. That's just how my body is. But I'm going to look about like this, okay? For 14 years, I'm going to look about like this. So if you are waiting on some before and after or some magical moment for you to start a business, then you're just waiting because I don't know why. Like, I don't even know why. Like, what are you afraid of? Helping people? Making a difference? Making an income? I don't even know. What is there to be afraid of? A community that's awesome and positive? I'm still trying to figure out why people are afraid of this. And I in 14 years, I've never been able to put my hands on it. Yeah. Don't come at me with, I don't have a weight loss journey. I don't have a success story like you. Please go find a picture of me that's a before and after. Go ahead. I'll wait, because you won't find one. This is about what I look like. It's called genetics. Okay? So I'm here for the life transformation. I'm here to live my most healthy life, which that's why I'm obsessed with First Thing. It's why I've been drinking Shakeology for 13 years. It's why I'm drinking Energize. It's why I work out every day. I'm here for the life transformation. I'm going to live to be 150. If it happens to be that I get shredded abs, awesome. But I'm more concerned with building a business that creates income around helping people. Because we gotta have income anyway. Why not do it in a way that actually helps people live better lives? You gotta pay your bills, right? You gotta have money and income no matter what. So why don't you just do it in a way that helps people? Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a moment and I'm gonna scroll up these comments. Clearly, I'm very passionate about this and see what else you said, because I want to read some of them out loud, because I think some of them are really amazing. Be diligent and consistent on your own journey. Yes. Make a lot of connections. Keep growing in your own journey and share your journey. Document and share your journey. Build honest connections. Work on your, over and over again. Do you see what people are saying? Work on your own personal journey. Personal journey. Show up. Share your journey. Show up. Share your journey. Be proof the product works. Share your journey. Over and over and over and over again. Share your journey. Share your journey. Share your journey. Show up as a coach. Show up and share. Be part of the community. Help out with the community. Help out with the community. Build your skill set. It's almost like it's an internship. Like, what if my daughter Josie would have said, well, I'm not actually getting paid very much right now, so what should I do? How should I show up? You show up like you are getting paid. It's called an internship. And then you get to get the six-figure job right out of college. Let me say that again. You show up to the internship like you are getting paid, because then you get the six-figure job right out of college. Do you know that Disney Plus, her particular division, it's called DMED, her particular division, Media Entertainment Division, they've never hired anyone straight out of college. Let me repeat that. They've never hired anyone straight out of college. She's there first. Because every internship she did, she showed up like she was getting paid, like it was her job, because it was. And then before she graduated, she was signing a contract for a six-figure job. Their first person that they've hired straight out of college. Everyone else have been in grad school, gotten their MBA, da-da-da. Not Josie, because she showed up to her internships like it was her job. So can't you just show up to those 6 months where you're waiting to be a coach like it's your job? Because then when you're ready to actually have it as your job, you're ready. You're ready. Does that make sense? I mean, she'd make you a lot of money. Okay, I'm just going through the comments. You're holding yourself back because of fear. Juliet Lee, first of all, I honor you for sharing that. Really. Getting it out into the world is the first thing. I've been holding myself back because of fear. I'm encouraging you to actually decide, what are you fearful of? Success? That you might help someone? That you might make money? Like, really? Or is it sometimes, I had my mindset coach, Brad Bizjack, who I adore. I got to actually see him last week, and we're going to be doing some collaborations in just a couple months again, too. He said to me, I'm like, we were having a conversation, and I said, well, I think that's my limiting belief. And he said, is it? Or do you have a limiting belief that you have a limiting belief? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, do you have this limiting belief that where your lack of success is due to limiting beliefs? Do you actually have the limiting belief? Or do you have a limiting belief that you have a limiting belief? Like, is it just easier to say fear? I'm so fearful. Is it just easier to say fear rather than get uncomfortable and do the work? Here's the thing. Being ordinary, complacent, and average, to me, is just as uncomfortable as doing the work to get better. At the end of the day, isn't it? Isn't being ordinary and complacent and average just as uncomfortable as actually doing the work to get better? Except you have the same kind of uncomfortableness, the same kind of negative energy in your average, complacent, and basic over here. Or you have the same kind of energy and you do the work and you get the results of a life on purpose of purpose. If I'm going to expend the energy, don't I want the positive result? If I'm going to expend the energy, don't I both are hard. It's hard to be average and ordinary. There's a lot of defensiveness and a lot of envy and a lot of jealousy and just a lot of negativity staying in the same. Why wouldn't you just take the energy and be over here and do the work and grow and actually get the result? Wouldn't that be cool? Listen, I felt it. There was such an outpouring of just freaking love and awesomeness at Summit. It was the coolest thing I've ever experienced, honestly. And then there were a couple that you could feel. You could feel that. You could feel that envy. And you could feel that jealousy. And I remember thinking, golly, I feel sorry for you. Because do you know what's really fun? Cheering for other people. Do you know what's really fun? Helping other people. Do you know what's really fun? Honestly, really, it's hard, but it's fun, like unpacking the stuff and doing the work. Do you know what's not fun? Staying stuck. Telling yourself bullshit stories. Living in fear. Being jealous and envious of other people. That's not fun. That's a sucky life. There were coaches there, like one in particular, that I could feel that energy from. And my daughter, saw it too. And she was like, God, she just looks so unhappy. Like, who wants to live an unhappy life being envious and jealous of other people? That envy and jealousy and that defensiveness and that negativity keeps you so stuck. And when you just like cheer for other people and just do the work, your life changes in it. And it's still, you still got to do the uncomfortable stuff, but I'd rather do the uncomfortable stuff and get the results than be uncomfortable and unhappy sitting in the suck. Gross. Fallon says, as a Beachbody customer and watching Summit, there was something unique that stands out with all those speakers that won the awards. Hard work, showing up mindset. Yeah, you know why? Because none of us are really talented. We just show up. That really is the key. Just show up and do something. You're going to get to the end of your life one way or the other. Time is going to pass one way or the other. The next 5.5 months are going to pass one way or the other. Not everyone will be a lifer in the Team Beachbody space like I am. Not everyone will be. That's okay. But what if you came into this space and it became the lifeline or the anchor or the community or the energy that you needed in this season of your life? And what if at the end of that season, you went about the rest of your life knowing you were a better person because you engaged with this community for this season of your life? There are coaches on my team that I thought would be lifers that have drifted away. Is it painful? Yes. Both because it's a loss of friendship, but also because, to me, it's a loss of potential. It's a loss of potential, and that breaks my heart. But that's also reality, and they drift away. And what if those coaches just needed this community and this business for that season of their life? And they've gone on with the rest of their life, and they're better humans because of that. There will be only a few of us. It just is the way it is in life. It doesn't matter what it is. Network marketing, Team Beachbody, anything else. There'll only be a few people who are lifers. I am one of those. Like, I felt like I was home last week. It's my anchor. I mean, it's my center. It's changed everything for me. There's not, out of 500,000 coaches, not all people will feel that way. But what if you're looking at this opportunity through a lens of, well, I've got to come in and be here for the rest of my life? What if you looked at this opportunity like, what if I came in for this season and I let it change me? And I let it transform me? And I let it make me a better human? Because that's what this business does. And I'm going to say this with, I really am going to say this with love, because I believe in all side hustles, and I believe in finding something that you're passionate about and doing it to your fullest capacity. We're not selling lip gloss here. I'm not selling leggings or lip gloss or candles, okay? And kudos to those people who that is their passion. We're not doing that. We're selling life transformation that starts with a push-up and a shake and a community. That's what we have here. It's literally life transformation. And I'm going to be really honest with you. If you're a part of this community and you're like, well, this business just doesn't work. No, you're incorrect. Yes, it does. If you will drop your guard, break down your walls, and do the work, yes, it does. If you want to stand in the corner like a wallflower and go, well, I just don't know if I can do personal development and why would it, and not get involved in the community, then guess what? It don't work for you, and neither will anything else. But if you will go in, you can't even fathom how this will change your life. I mean, you can't. You can't even fathom how this will change your life if you will go in. It's not that the business doesn't work. It's that you're not doing the work. And the work is getting uncomfortable in learning and growing and leaning in. And the beautiful thing is anyone can do that because it takes no talent. And let's stop making it so hard. It really is. Press play, drink a shake, read a book, and invite people to join you on this incredible journey. And when you do that, well, maybe you're helping change them, but more importantly, you're changing you. At the end of the day, you're changing you. And you find out or you rediscover what you're capable of. You rediscover your potential and your possibility. You rediscover that actually it is limitless and that you can do anything and you can create your life on purpose. And this vehicle, this business, it can get you there if you'll do the work. And if given the choice between being uncomfortable staying the same or being uncomfortable doing the work, I'm going to choose to do the work every time. And I'm also going to choose to put myself in a room with other people who are doing that too. Because what bad, what negative can possibly come out of that? Please tell me what negative can possibly come out of being in a room with other humans who have gathered together for the sole purpose of getting better and helping others do the same. I'll wait, because there is nothing negative about it. So if you're considering coaching, I'm going to tell you, you have no idea how it can change your life. We'll leave it at that. If you have floated away from coaching, if you've drifted away from coaching because the last 2.5 years have been hard, that's fine. Give yourself some grace and come back. This is the anchor. This is the center that can change everything for you. If you've thought about coaching and you still haven't said yes yet, my challenge to you is why? What the actual F? Why? What possible negative repercussions are there from getting in rooms with people who want to be their best self and help you do the same? And then ask yourself those 3 questions again. What are you loving about your life right now? What are your goals from now to the end of the year? And what are you going to do to make those goals happen? Because chances are there are places in your life where you're not where you want to be. And I believe to my bone, because I'm living it, that this business and this community can help you get there if you'll show up and do the work. And the beautiful thing about this business is that it takes no talent. That's why I can do it. Because it takes no talent. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into coaching. God, it's just so cool what we get to do every day. It just is. It's just so cool what we get to do every day. And it's so cool that we get to create this life on purpose with this incredible vehicle that helps others, yes, but really helps us. At the end of the day, it really helps us, changes us. And we get to do it in a community with other people who want to do that too. That's what makes it so special. So I hope you have an awesome weekend. Spend some time and work on those questions. And you know, I am literally a DM away. So if you've got questions about coaching, if you've got questions about any of that, DM me. If you are already a coach and you've got questions about Compass Coaching, my small group coaching, DM me. I'm here. I am a DM away. Literally, I answer all my messages. And I'm just so, someone said to me yesterday, they sent me a message like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for taking time at Summit to stop and take a picture with me. And I said, oh my gosh, to be someone that someone wants to take a picture with, I don't take that for granted. I don't take that lightly. And if you send me a DM, I'm going to answer it. I might not always tell you what you want to hear, but I'm going to answer it. So if you've got questions, send me a DM and I will answer it. I'll be online today. And, if you're thinking about coaching and you're not connected to a team, our team's pretty special and we're on fire and we got some big goals. And quite honestly, I'll put this just straight out to you. We have a big goal to make history this year. We have a goal to make history this year. We have a goal to do something that no one else has done. And if you want to be a part of that, it's pretty special. Other teams can't say that, and I say that with love. but we're on a mission to hit a goal that will make history this year. And if you want to be a part of something like that, this might be the place for you. So I hope you have an awesome weekend. There's rumor in my house that people want to go to a water park tomorrow. I don't know about that. So we're gonna see. Stay tuned for that, and we'll see how that pans out. And we're definitely gonna do a little Disney Springs later, and just some other fun stuff. So I always take you along for that ride when we do that. But I'm always a DM away. Whatever I can answer for you, I'm here. Well, let's do it. If you're at leadership, we'll take a picture. If you're at Summit next year, we'll take a pic. We'll do all the things. And I'm just so grateful that people show up for Energize Live, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you. Grateful for this business. So have an awesome Friday. Go write in your Compass planner right now. Spend some time with those questions. Make it a great day.